Good morning, campers. Let's do a reading. I'm feeling like today, message from your guides, encouragement message from your guides. I feel like this collective, maybe you need some pep talk, maybe you need some positive messages, maybe you need keep it going, don't give up kind of a message, because that's how I'm feeling. So let's jump right into it. Let's see first what's going on, so you know this is your collective. So this is the part when you take a deep breath, think about how are you feeling, what's going on. So we use our discernment, so we're not making this fit. And if it's not your collective, try tomorrow or yesterday's ones. I have different collectives. All right, how is this collective feeling? The instance is going straight at me. Sign. How is this collective feeling? Alright. Oh, you guys, the card that gets me going. Alright, your first row. We have gossip and we have secrets. So for these two to come forth together, look how thick this deck is. I feel like with this gossip, what I was hearing, maybe you do need some throat chakra healing. We will tap into the messages, we'll tap into what is it that you need. However, what I was hearing specifically is that people are talking about you. So maybe you found out that someone was talking about you behind your back. Maybe you found out that you still have people in your environment. For some of you, it may be family. I just heard that you found out that they're talking about you. That they're talking about you. Maybe you shared a secret with someone that shared that secret. I'm hearing, to be honest, you guys, that it may be different. It is a collective, right? We're going to dive deeper into that energy. But I'm hearing that it might necessarily be... I don't want to say it may not necessarily be horrible, because I don't want to make you feel like it's nothing. Whenever people are talking about us behind our back, and it's not the nicest thing to find out, it's not the nicest thing to hear, right? But whatever people are saying about us, it's never about us. It's always about them, right? We know this. We learned this on a journey of healing. We learned this on this channel, that what comes out of people's mouth is always a projection, and it's always a testament of who they are. Whether they talk about you or whatever they talk about, literally, maybe this is what you're learning right now. If you see a person in front of you, everything that comes out of their mouth is a testament of who they are. So the topics that they talk about, how they talk about, the forms, the language, the whether they talk about people, ideas, right, concepts. It all is, you can find out so much about someone just by observing and listening. So again, maybe you're going through a period of time when this is what fake smiles at the bottom of the deck. When this is what you're learning. When you're learning this usually shows us how aligned we are in life. Because yeah, there's always going to be someone, like a neighbor or colleague from work, and someone in the family, people that we cannot avoid. But if it was someone that was close to you, with those fake smiles, that you trusted, that you shared that secret with. All right, we have hooked as well. I'm hearing with this one, we're gonna confirm. It might not necessarily be a person. Usually my mind goes to a person, that you're hooked on someone, that you met someone, that there's a little bit of an obsession energy. But I feel it maybe with something. And here it is, my favorite card, Divination Abuser. You guys know that it sets me off. Maybe you have been. maybe this is actually the secret. Maybe you shared with a friend that you're recently, that you've been either watching a lot of tarot online, or maybe you even shared with a friend like a message of a spiritual teacher that felt that it really resonated. It felt that it would carry some words that, in your opinion, was like words of wisdom, and you share that, and that friend sort of ridiculized you. But with that hooked and divination abuser, it feel like it may be, and your last card is overwhelmed. So you guys know what I always say. Nothing brought to a level of obsession is good. Balance is needed in life, right? Us spiritual teachers, even I don't want to even go in this reading, okay, to the fact that 90% of people online who use divination and call themselves spiritual teachers are charlatans. We're not going to go there. You can watch any of my previous readings and you're going to definitely find these messages, right? Of warning. Even yesterday we talked about this, that yesterday's one wasn't a charlatan per se, but not completely healer, right? But today key message for this collective that I want to tell you is that even the greatest spiritual teacher, true channel, someone who's healed, who follows their mission, someone who really spreads the messages that are on topic for their mission, that are true channels from the divine. We are here to hold space for you in a process of healing, right? We're a chapter. We're supposed to help you to strip the layers of your shadows, see your shadows, whether it's a energy healer or shadow worker, it doesn't matter, but to assist you on a journey of healing that ultimately will get you so connected with your inner world, so connected with your inner guru, that you will need no guidance, right? And even with your spiritual teachers, and this is what we learned yesterday, you need to use your discernment. You need to really understand your situation, your journey. These messages are really for me, right? This is why I always say to you guys as well, collectives, videos that we do, for more people, they are more educational. They are more for you to learn about spirituality. They are more in between readings. They are more to get to know your reader, the energy, the style, right? But they're not really to rely on. You cannot only rely on your journey on a collective. Even you guys know that I color code my collectives, but even if you know that you're part of a specific collective, you cannot use only the collective readings. If you don't want to come on private sessions, you either treat this with a big dose of detachment and discernment, or you come for a personal reading, right? Because there may be always, and it's not that collectives are not accurate, it's that most people on the other side still have some healing to do, which means that sometimes the discernment may not be 100%. So this is telling me that maybe you are a little bit obsessed with watching content online to heal, to learn. Maybe you've relied a little bit too much on these things because of that hooked. Let's do another row. Whoop. Drama starter. That's on top of that gossip. Not liking this energy. Secrets. Self-love. Reciprocity. Yes. Reunion. All right. Oh, you guys. Okay. I'm hearing something specific. All right. We have the drama starter. We have also the self-love. This is on top of that gossip, those secrets. So maybe you are connecting to someone who is a bit of a drama starter, who is a bit of one of those people that I always say this, and I think it's a common thing that everyone knows, that people who only talk about other people, this is the base level of consciousness, right? It ain't a good thing, right? Sometimes, we can talk about behavior of other people in a context of studying human nature, curiosity, why humans behave that way. Especially when we're doing a journey of healing, we become those analysts of our own behavior and behavior of other people to understand human nature. Part of journey of healing is to understand human nature. But if we talk about people that only seek for drama, cause gossip, call from one person to another, did you hear this, did you know, okay, did you believe, like, well, how could she do this, how could he, right? It ain't good. Very low vibrational energy. I feel this collective, it would be a very strong detail. You are learning this, that you have been confiding your secrets, spending your energy, sharing your energy with someone who is that low vibrational drama starter. And it's a lesson of self-love for you. Maybe there's a friend you didn't want to remove from your energy, because oftentimes we talk about this here, right? That sometimes people are afraid to remove certain friends because they spend a lot of time with them, because maybe you've been friends with them your whole life, maybe they've helped you a lot in life and you feel like it would be ungrateful. Maybe you feel like, but who am I going to talk to? This is the person that I usually chat every day, that maybe I share my weekends with, right? But you guys, it's a testament again, just like what we say and what comes out of our mouths. Sorry, this instance is like completely crazy. I have to move it. Hold on. Okay, so just like what we say and what comes out of our mouth is a testament of who we are, similarly who we choose to surround ourselves with. And here it goes again at me, at the sign. I feel like maybe you are being sent clearer and clearer sign to smoke someone out of your life. Came to my mind to really show you the value of you. You deserve better. And sometimes I give you this example that when we start to awaken, when we start to change, when we start to love ourselves, when we start to heal, whether that's through therapy or spiritual healing, right? Sometimes we whoop! Something fell on the floor. Hold on. A lot of surprises today. It's a fantasy card from my other deck. Sign. Maybe you are living a little bit in a dream and not facing the reality of certain things. Sometimes we can inspire people around us to change, to improve as well. And as we continue our path, they follow along. Right? It's not a given thing that you're going to have to get rid of all your friends and people around you as you go through journey of healing. But you have to keep moving, keep improving, keep growing. And if they are left behind, it ain't on you. It's just part of alignment, right? But what I was hearing with these, you guys, because on top of that hooked, we have reciprocity. Right? So this is about reciprocated relationships. And I was hearing about this. And when it comes to divination abuser, we have reunion. And I'm hearing something because I feel what collective at this point we're tapping into. And I was seeing my false flame card from this deck. Maybe we'll pull a couple of these as well. And I feel this is the collective, that you are connected to someone, okay? And I'm remembering the past readings that we've done. And you were on such a good path, this collective. You were in a moment of realization that this was a karmic catalyst. This was a person. We'll tap into that energy to confirm. But that this was someone who was put on your path to be the catalyst of change, of growth, of awakening. But it wasn't a soul connection. It was a karmic connection. And you had a moment of realizing that. But with these two, you guys, maybe you confirmation, just when I was about to say, maybe you started watching the wrong content creators, or even the right content creators, but without completely using your discernment. I'm hearing that some of you maybe even went to someone who markets themselves as a twin flame reader or a twin flame coach, and they told you that yes, this person, this is it. You guys, no. I'm going to stop and I'm going to explain this because this is important. And a situation from months ago, it's coming to my mind when I, had someone who wanted to sign up for a reading, and I shared this with you guys that I don't have a spot sometimes from one day for another. If you're not a regular that's been working with me, for long months or years, and you come every 4 weeks, I cannot, accommodate my time from one day to another, and I don't have emergency readings, and I've explained this to you guys months ago in that video. I don't believe in emergency readings because we're supposed to teach patience. We're supposed to teach to remove urgency, right? So yes, if one of my regulars is going through a lot of distress, I will have time for you to help you soothe. But not emergency readings in a way, I'm going to meet my person, you have to tell me what to do, and you have to tell me what's he going to say, you have to tell me when is he returning, because I'm in such longing, right? And I've been saying this to you guys, that there are readers who do these emergency readings, and I disagree with that. And not only readers who do, so there's a reason it's coming to my mind, because it was long forgotten it was so long ago. And it specifically came to my mind. There are readers who do emergency readings, and there are readers who do pre-recorded emergency readings as your first reading, right? If you really think as a reader, if you really think as a healer that you're dealing with someone that is truly on a divine journey, you've never worked with this person, it's the beginning of the journey. Even if you are a true reader that is able to confirm that, however, we all have our own methods, how could you want to leave a pre-recorded? It's charlatans, divination abusers. And I say this to you guys all the time. Only fraction of true divine feminines who are on a twin flame journey, right? Which is a fraction of, because true twin flames is not even a fraction of 1% of human population. It's a very rare thing, and for a good reason. I've explained this in so many videos, right? I'm not going to go into that, but such a rare thing. And out of the true twinnies, true divine feminines, only a fraction of us are really meant to work with divine love. Because there's so many things for us to do in this world. So many people to guide, to heal, to so many missions. That's why it's so important to tap into your mission and understand your mission truly. Because many feminists in the beginning, they don't know their mission. But because they were activated through twin flames, they start working with that energy. And they start guiding and coaching. And then themselves haven't conquered the journey just yet. It's terrifying. There's a reason it's coming to my mind. So this collective, maybe you came and you went to someone, or you were using services, or that's the reason I was hearing as well pre-recorded readings, or you were watching this person all the time, and this person was keeping you in the convincing you, again, those true divine feminines, that their life's path is linked to guide divines. We will have our way to confirm if you come on psychic session, whether we see the chords in meditation or we feel into the energetic chords. We all have our ways, but we will see whether these chords are read. But if it's not your mission, no. You cannot go to someone that just asks you about certain things about this connection and helps you to decide from the characteristics of the connection. Especially that in the beginning, all the ladies that think they're on a journey, they're not using their discernment and complete the Lululand. So I feel like you have someone that returned, and this is why you're still hooked, because this person is like you allowing lack of reciprocity. You're not learning your lessons because you still think that this person is your twin flame. Unexpected outcome. I feel like a lot of unexpected things are happening right now. I do want to confirm with the other deck, because there's a reason it came to my mind. The nature of your connection. the nature of your connection with this person, whoever's on your mind. But I'm not feeling it, you guys. Again, if you're truly in doubt, find yourself a true divine feminine whose life's mission is linked to guiding divine love, and get on psychic session and confirm, because on this journey we will be going in and out. Even if it's your true twin, we will be going in and out in the beginning because it's madness. But you need to have someone that will really confirm this to you, so you're not I'm seeing the Pisces cards. Okay, let's do a few more because we have Pisces and Leo pairing. Let's do 2 more. Maybe 1 more. Alright, we have a soulmate. Sometimes it does happen that we connect to someone. That's why I say individual one-on-one sessions are required, even just a few times to get you clarity, because sometimes women meet someone, and I've worked with beautiful ladies who met someone who is meant to be a karmic, who's meant to be a catalyst for their journey, right? Some of these ladies, it's a karmic catalyst. So the moment you heal, you're going to feel that there's zero connection with the soul. Zero connection. It was all your shadows, your longing, your loneliness, your shadows, so on and so forth. But sometimes it happens that it is a soulmate that we have a contract with, that they're going to appear to awaken us, to help us to course correct. But sometimes we're meant to be together, sometimes we're not. All right, let's see what we have. We have a lot of sign cards. All right. So we have Pisces, Leo, and Sagittarius. So that might be a detail, but it may also be emotions that you're currently struggling with, or your shadow. So let me read through this. I had an idealistic view of what relationship should look like. You challenge that perspective, right? So maybe you are a bit of a dreamer, a bit of an idealistic person. When in shadow, depressive, dependent, obsessive. Extreme emotions. So maybe you're not really in control of your emotions. Maybe you haven't mastered your emotions just yet, and sometimes you get overwhelmed. Very romantic, I'm hearing as well. We have Leo, show off, over dramatic, pretentious, bossy, jealous, possessive. So maybe there is a little bit of that shadow within you. Don't mean to trigger you. I know I was supposed to. We will do encouragement message, you guys. But if this is really true, if you really are connected to a karmic and you sit in the belief that it's your destined connection, this is something that needs to really get confirmed. So there's a reason we went towards this direction. It's important. It can really slow down your journey because you're not approaching. I always say this, right? It's not about superiority and inferiority, that being in a twin is better than being. No, it's just something that is specifically designed for your journey, and you have to approach this completely differently. In the beginning, whether it's karmic or a twin, we have to approach it same. We have to heal and let go. But then it's a whole different journey, right? Sitting in this confusion, it ain't helping. Bossful, mouthy, tactless, selfish, temper, messy, forgetful. All right. We have wordless as your first card. I'm hearing 2 things with this. Maybe there was a lot of things between you and this person that were unsaid, and discernment is coming to my mind again. So make sure, there's a reason I've said this word so many times in this reading. So sit really with yourself. Think about moments you spent with this person. What was really said? And are you really using your discernment, or are you feeding the Lululand? But I was also hearing that if you are, in fact, those qualities that I just read, but maybe because you are just a Sagittarius, right? Maybe a detail for some of you came to my mind. Maybe you usually are very, chatty, very outgoing, and with this person you could never find the right words. Maybe someone said to you a ridiculous thing that is like a characteristic. Sometimes it happens, right? But it may happen with a catalyst as well. Drinking the Kool-Aid, listening to others, disregarding own intuition, going along with other people's plans. I followed blindly what everyone else was telling me. Drinking the Kool-Aid. You need a Kool-Aid, this collective. There's something that you're believing and is not. And we have a bit of this theme in my collectives. Yesterday was a completely different thing, but a similar theme. We have to, even if we work with great healers, we always have to listen to our intuition. We always have to listen to our discernment, because I've explained this to you guys. Even a great healer can sometimes share with you something that was an individual experience and that applied to their path, not necessarily to your path. It's really... discernment is so important. Staying cool is so important. We have audience opinion. Your connection isn't real. Your connection isn't real. I was foolish to believe opinion of others. I should have trusted my heart, you guys. Do you need more confirmation? So many cards that say exactly that. You were listening to opinions of people that are not necessarily, and I feel that this is what happened. You were going maybe to a reader or listening to readings or using someone who's like a divination user or a spiritualist, whatever that is, or market themselves as spiritualists. They would tell you that, oh, because of this and that, this is your person, and maybe you would share this with a friend who actually gossiped about it, ridiculized you, shared that secret, and you felt, but again, everything happens for a reason. Desanitized, emotionally detached, suppressing feelings. There are suppressed feelings. I feel that you need a huge work being put in managing and understanding your emotions. The pain of our separation is tearing me apart. I don't know how to handle my feelings and emotions. Instead of working through the pain, I numb them. I feel that this divination is numbing. I feel that this collective, you're connected to a karmic catalyst, karmic connection, someone who is meant to be part of your life. There's so many reasons. You can go to I have a whole playlist on my YouTube, Twin Flame versus Karmic Catalyst. I think I have two playlists, because one was a series that I've done and the other one was just random channels that I have throughout the recent year. I haven't been on YouTube for that long. But it's an important connection too. But I feel like you feel this person was your true connection. I feel like you felt this person was your twin flame. You have been into separation because you didn't know how to handle your emotions. Instead of healing them, you found yourself a healer or a reader, and someone that they were convincing you that you're going to find your way back to each other. And you guys, and I say this all the time, yes, I say that true twin flames are meant to come into union. It is the truth. It is the truth that I've channeled for you so many times, right? But when I work with you, and you would know this on one-on-one sessions, yes, sometimes some feminines, they lose hope and they need that re-encouragement. But more than anything, we're teaching to focus on you, not to look towards the masculine, where he's at, when he's returning, what he's doing. Focus on you. And I feel this person was focusing too much on that person. So instead of healing, handling your emotions, you were numbing the pain through distractions, and that was your distraction. Collective's constant content about twin flame, that ain't healing, you guys. It ain't healing. If you watch the right content creators and the right healers, yes, it can be a huge help for you on this journey. but it ain't something that you can base your path on. And that 100%, especially if you listen to different readers, because I always say this: if you ask your guides to guide you towards